the window. It's the best place to get the breeze. I love how he sits with his little paw up on there. Sometimes he'll put both his paws and kind of like lean on his elbow. It's the cutest little thing. Absolutely love it. Been dealing with a lot of issues like when it comes to my skin. My skin is getting very dehydrated over the summer. I am drinking a lot of fluids. I do take some Himalayan pink salt on my tongue. I don't have the Celtic salt, but I do the Himalayan pink salt before I drink my water. And I've also been drinking a lot of the quercetin water and the cayenne water to keep my blood pressure low. I've had to kind of back up on certain things that I'm doing in the summer because I can't be out in the full sun first thing around noon hour. The sun comes out bright, and I can't be out in that because I do break out in lesions from my skin cancer. Now I do have one that's starting here. I put some iodine on it, and it is starting to crust. It dries up and it literally falls off, and the skin is clear underneath. So I've been doing that for a number of years to take care of my skin cancer. Now, as we're going into the month of August, I'm getting a little scared because I am having that tooth extracted that has the amalgamate filling in it. I'm a little leery of that because it's a dentist that I've never been to, well, really before. I think I went for one checkup with her just recently when I found out that the seniors are allowed to get dental care. However, she will not be doing cleanings on my teeth. And, I've been reading up on it, and I don't really agree with cleanings anymore because they literally push our hard on the gums. And mind you, though, when my teeth were being cleaned, they were like white, white, white. They still aren't white. But I am getting that tooth extracted at the end of August, and I'm a little leery about it because that tooth, the gum, the tooth is very strong in that gum, and it's going to take a lot of prying to get it out. So I'm a little leery about that. So today is today's a hot day. We've had like 2 or 3 days that are just like over the top with heat. And so I'm having to deal with that. So I have, if you notice, I don't have air conditioning. I can't afford it, but I have a tall fan and a little one. And they're the plastic ones. It was on sale for like, I don't know, $23, $32. It was on sale anyway. And so I was able to afford it. So I did buy one of the fans. And what I realized is that I've been trying to blow the air around in the house to try to keep it cool. And what I realize now is that what I've been doing is I've been putting the fans facing the window. And when you put them facing the window, it literally blows. It almost seems to grab the hot air inside and blow it out. I don't know if that works, but it's been working for me. So, and the cat just sits in front of the window. I mean, he's got his little spot, right? But so I'm dealing with a lot of heat issues, and I did have my phone was down. I didn't put time on my phone. I'm trying to save money, and so I didn't put time on my phone, and the kids were getting a little worried about me, and so they had a wellness check done. So it's good to know that wellness checks can be done appropriately. And the police officers came to the door. They were very respectful, very accommodating, and they were concerned, and they wanted to make sure that I was okay, and so. They did, and I was. But that's important. If you have a senior parent or you have even a friend, a partner, anyone who is of senior years, and we get into this hot waves or heat waves, and we're in one now where I am in Canada. And, if you have the wherewithal to phone them and to find out if they're okay, I suggest you do it. Because there was many times I remembered, like not recently, but in the past, I remember being so hot and not having the air conditioning and literally staying in my bed for, most of the day in front of a fan. So it can affect your health. People can have heat stroke. And as a senior, heat stroke's going to affect you more than I shouldn't say more, possibly the same, but it can have dire circumstances. So it's really important to make sure that you're checking on those people that you love to ensure that they're okay, and make sure you're hydrated. And hydrating with water and not taking salt, or we all need iodine, right? So Celtic salt is the best, apparently, because it has all the minerals in it. So, you know, a little bit of Himalayan salt on my tip of my tongue, and then I drink the water, and then my body seems to hold on to the water. So, you know, I'm going to be 66, and I'm finding that I have more strength now than I had before. Well, I shouldn't say my 20s had a lot of strength, but yeah, like I can hold this camera thing in my hand away from me without really any problem. So my strength, you know, maintaining that strength and that endurance is working for me. But as you notice, yes, I've got the 2 fans. I also have all the lights turned off, and I do put a sink full of cold water in both the bathroom and the kitchen. And what happens is that cold water goes into the air and it helps to cool the air down. So that's another little tip that you can utilize. But I'm wearing shorts today. I don't care if these 60-some-year-old legs don't look the greatest. I'm wearing shorts. It doesn't matter to me what people think about me anymore. I've been there, done that. I've been young. I've been there. You know, I had my time in the sun. You don't like what I look like? Don't freaking look. Just don't look. Look the other way. It's as simple as that, right? So, yeah, I'm keeping it very light and cool today. I have all the lights off. The fans are blowing outward. I have water in both my sinks. I also have a little trick that I learned back in the day when I was in the military. And you can get those cooling towels. You can buy them from a dollar store. So I didn't get one. I was looking for them. I couldn't find them. So I took a towel and I wet it and I put it in the freezer for a few minutes. And I've been wearing that around my neck to help keep my body temperature down. So these are all little tips that you can utilize to keep your temperature down if we go into these heat waves. And, you know, hydration is the most important one of all of them. But there's little things that you can do, right? Also, the sink I have in the kitchen, it's a very deep sink. And so I fill it up with cold water. And when I start noticing that my breathing is becoming a little labored or whatever, right, or even just simply being too hot, what I'll do is I'll go in and I will immerse my right to my elbows. I will literally like lean right into the water in the sink, in the cold water, and it seems to bring my body temperature down. So, you know, that's a positive aspect of keeping that water in the sink, and that's a positive aspect of using your creativity to, you know, accommodate your needs in your life, and that's what I'm doing. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to have central air, right? I mean, there are things that you can do, and keeping your apartment or your home dark will keep it cool. Air intake and outtake, you know, we're having a window open now in the heat of the sun. When the sun is on my side of the patio and it's shining in really bright, I do have these, what are they called? They're the blankets that you lay on the beach with, and they have silver on one side and bamboo on the other. And what I do is I've made them into blinds, and it will literally kind of like deflect the sunlight from my patio, and it keeps it nice and cool and dark inside. So lately I've been taking them and I've been literally hanging them from my curtain rods and blocking the sun from coming in. So and it helps. It's been helping a lot. I'm having a talkative day today. I've had my 1 coffee, I had my quercetin water, and I'm not going to do much today. I'm going to keep the activity level low. I do have my manual bike that I can use if I feel like getting some exercise, but today I think I'm just going to lay low. Sometimes it helps to take a break, especially in the heat of the sun. You don't want to be exerting yourself and raising that blood pressure needlessly. Okay, so anyway, this is just a short blurb to let you aware of some of the things you can do. I also have, it's like a, what would you call it? It's like a freezer, you know, like a freezer tray, and there's water in it. And I freeze that. And I literally, I freeze it and I shove it inside my shirt. And it literally keeps me cool. So it's like, it's a plastic ice cube I don't know, it's all enclosed. It's all enclosed, but I freeze it and I put it inside my shirt and it works. I'll post a picture if I can. Right now I can't because I'm basically sitting on the floor and it's in the freezer freezing. So I shall show you that. But there's little things that you can do to keep your body cool in this heat wave that we're having. So, and once again, I have to, remind you again, if you have anyone that is elderly, check on them. Check on them. Do a wellness check once a week if you have to, but especially in this heat wave, check to see that they're okay. Also, your pets. My cat is a mule-headed little stubborn little monkey. He will not drink water, so I have to basically force him to. So I have a little dropper, and I do put a little bit of water in it, and I kind of squirt it, and he laps it up. So he listens, but I just realized that, and I had to look this up. Cats don't like to drink their water near their food, which is, I don't understand that. I don't. So I've been putting little saucers of water around my apartment in different areas where he likes to frequent, and it's been working so far. But you have to keep your pets hydrated. Yeah. And if you're working a night shift and you're sleeping during the day, make sure that your pet has a way to hydrate. Make sure their water bowl is full, and don't just let it stagnate. You have to change the water. You have to change the water in the bowl frequently during the day to give them that fresh water. I mean, would you drink stagnant water from a puddle? Would you? No, exactly. And also, because animals need to hydrate, they also need to urinate. And so that's important that if you're sleeping all day or you're working all night, whatever your shift may be, you have to accommodate the needs of your pet. It's like having a child. It is. And you have to ensure that they're getting the nutrients and the hydration and, the ability to go out and urinate and do their little poop on the lawn. So just be aware of that and take care of your pets as well as your elderly parents and your children. And, of course, yourself. So I shall see you in the next video. The good Lord be with you. Bye.